Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. Today, I'm going to be talking about Redskins undrafted free agent wide receiver Isaiah Wright. I'm going to be giving you guys some really important information about him that you guys didn't know, and I'm going to be talking about how the Redskins plan to use him in 2020 if he does make the team. And I'm also going to be showing you guys some insane highlights of his from his 4 years at Temple. If you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. Yo, quick shout out to LH2242 for making my new channel logo. Huge shout out to him. Go follow him on Twitter for free NFL and sports designs. Now let's get into the video. As you guys all know, the Redskins signed Isaiah Wright as an undrafted free agent this year right after the draft. Isaiah Wright is a 4-year player out of the University of Temple. He's about 6'2", 220 pounds, and primarily plays wide receiver, but he also is a threat in the run game. Sometimes he goes on jet sweeps and runs the ball sometimes, and he's also a threat in the punt return and kick return game. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Redskins use him a lot on special teams. So now I'm going to be showing you guys his highlights from his 4 years at Temple, and then I'll be giving you guys some important information and telling you guys how the Redskins plan to use Isaiah Wright. So let's get into the insane highlights. As you guys saw from the highlights, Isaiah Wright was an absolute beast, especially for an undrafted free agent. He was obviously very elusive as a receiver, but he also ran the ball pretty well, especially in his freshman and sophomore year. He also was a threat in the punt return and kick return game, getting a few touchdowns there, and even threw a passing touchdown, which is incredible. Now let's get into his stats from his 4 years at Temple. So, in his freshman year, he played in 12 games, really wasn't that much of a threat in the passing game, only catching 8 passes for 74 yards. But in the run game, he ran 42 times for 232 yards and a touchdown. So ran the ball a lot more than he did in his junior and senior year. But in his sophomore year was his best year in college. He played in all 13 games, caught 46 passes for 668 yards, and got 14.5 yards per catch, which is the highest of his college career, 4 receiving touchdowns, and then in the rushing game, he ran 25 times for 188 yards, 7.5 yards per carry, and a touchdown. 856 yards from scrimmage, and had 5 touchdowns. So his sophomore year was his best year by far. And then in his junior and senior year, he still played decent, especially in his senior year, but did not play as good as he did in his sophomore year. He is very versatile, as you guys saw from the highlights. And now let's look at his punt return and kick return stats. So he was an absolute beast in his junior year. If you look at his punt return, 13.1 yards per punt return, which is really good. 2 touchdowns, 249 total yards, and then kick return 873 yards, 26.5 yards per return, which is absolutely really impressive. And I think the Redskins are going to be using him in special teams. In an interview with the Redskins special teams coordinator, Ben Standig asked him a question. He said, I was curious which of the veterans added this offseason he found intriguing for special teams, and he went with undrafted free agent receiver Isaiah Wright. So, now talking about how the Redskins are going to use him. So, I don't think Isaiah Wright is going to get a lot of touches on the offensive side of the ball. He might get a run or a rush a game and maybe a few plays on offense, but I think where he's going to make his biggest impact, at least for the first half of the season, is going to be on special teams. I think he might get some punt return and kick return duties if he's doing good in training camp, especially if Steven Sims is the player we hope he is. They might not want to use him in special teams because they don't want to risk him getting hurt, so they might let Isaiah Wright or Antonio Gibson do that. And as you guys saw in his highlights, he did a lot of punt returns and did a lot of kick returns. So he could do that. And he also could be gunner on special teams. So I think special teams is where he's going to make the biggest impact in his rookie year. And then maybe at the end of the year, like Steven Sims and Kelvin Harmon, he'll get more of a role in the offense, especially if a wide receiver, one of the starting wide receiver gets hurt. I hope that doesn't happen. But if that does, that might give him more of a chance to get more passes and rushes. I do think he will end up making the team just because of the Cody Latimer situation and because he is going to be an impact player on special teams. So I think the Redskins are going to have him make the team. He won't play that much on offense, but will be a very good impact player on special teams. The Redskins love versatility. You guys saw in the draft, they drafted Antonio Gibson, two-position player. They drafted Sadiq Charles, who mostly plays tackle but can play guard too. Antonio Gandy-Golden isn't very versatile, but then you got the 2 fifth-round picks in Keith Ismail, who can play center and guard, Khaleke Hudson, who can play linebacker and safety, and then everyone else, just everyone's really versatile, and I think the Redskins really like that. So I think that's why they got him, and I'm really excited to see what he can do. I really do think that Isaiah Wright can make the team this year. I think he will. He has the best chance out of any of the undrafted free agents besides Thaddeus Moss. So I think he's going to make the team. If he doesn't make the team, he's definitely going to make the practice squad if he makes it. If no one else signs him, but I would say there's like a 75% chance he makes a team. And I think year 2, he could really make an impact. I think his role, he could start to get a decent role on offense. He plays slot and he plays on the outside, but mostly slot. His hands aren't the best. He does drop a few passes, but I think that'll get better in the NFL once he gets the proper coaching. Let me know what you guys think about Isaiah Wright. Give me your stat predictions for him this year. I'll give you mine real quick. I don't see nothing big. I kind of see a Steven Sims role a little less. I think he's going to get some rushing yards, some jet sweeps like Steven Sims did in his rookie year. I'm guessing about 50 to 70 rushing yards like he had in his senior year. And I'm guessing about 200 receiving yards. I don't think it's going to be a lot, but I do think he's going to get his chance once the season is coming down to the wire, maybe week 13 to week 16. I think he's going to get a lot more touches like Steven Sims did last year. So keep an eye on Isaiah Wright. I really think he can make an impact this year, especially on special teams. He might play gunner. It's definitely going to be a threat in the punt return and kick return game because he is just so explosive. That's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think Isaiah Wright's going to do this year. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like the video and let me know what you guys think about the new channel logo. Give me any new suggestions you guys have on it. Again, I appreciate all you guys for watching. Turn those post notifications on. Subscribe if you're new. And hope you guys enjoy your week. Peace.